So the result's quite obvious.
And what results are those?
Whatever he hits, he destroys.
To another edition of Box Talk. As part of the bumper bill from Matchroom Sports on the 30th of May, we've got Kevin Mitchell versus Jorge Linares and Selby versus Gradovich, both for world titles. Both are competitive fights, which is going to make it tricky. But on one night, we could get 2-0 world champions.
Yes. 2 or 3.
Well, yeah, we're UK. The belt will stay in the UK if Gavin wins.
Yes.
Let's start with Mitchell.
Kevin Mitchell.
Your buddy.
Yeah. I think, by his own admission, he's not where he wanted. Look, Kevin Mitchell should be a world champion already.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that he is that talented a boxer, but his demons are not what he does in the ring, it's what he does outside of the ring. He said it on camera many a times. I'll drinking. I don't know if he said drugs, but he definitely said drinking, I've been boozing, I've been partying, I've been going out, smoking, clubbing, and that's what holds him back. And he's got through his performances probably when he's doing it just on talent and sheer will alone. When he doesn't need to, he could just get through on boxing ability. I saw a Kevin Mitchell minus all of those things against Estrada, and he absolutely obliterated him. I mean, yes, Estrada came off the loss against Figueroa, but regardless, it's still a step up in terms of the opposition he's been fighting recently after the Ricky Burns loss. And I'm seeing a guy here now that I think this is his best chance right now to win a world title. And he's in against someone that I think in that division, he's got a good chance against. Look, Linares is a tough fight regardless. But Kevin Mitchell, don't doubt his ability. We are talking about a fantastic boxer. If he puts it together,
boxer puncher,
looks fantastic. Yeah, he's got power on both hands as well.
Here's the thing about Kevin Mitchell. Good point you mentioned. I remember Kevin Mitchell fought Brady's Presser.
Yes.
About 5 years ago.
Yes.
Maybe a little more.
Probably was, you know. Could have been.
And that was a phenomenal performance.
Yeah.
Kevin Mitchell has had greatness in terms of performances and ability, not just recently, for a long time. But like you said, he's never capitalized on his ability. Every time he's given a world title shot, he's wasted it away. He seems on point now, but my concern in this fight is that every time he reaches the top, he reaches his peak, he falls back down.
Yeah. And we hear an excuse. We hear excuses when he does it.
Yeah. Am I putting all my eggs in this basket right now saying Kevin Mitchell's going to win a world title? Because let's be fair, people were saying, and we were saying before we started Box Talk, that he'll be a world champion 5-6 years ago.
Yes.
Are we all putting our eggs in one basket? When he fought Casidas, yeah, we watched that at your house, I remember.
Yeah.
And we both said, he could outbox Casidas and win this fight, just play on the back foot and outbox him. And he got steamrolled.
Yeah. I mean, that's the video where I think Frank Warren said he was out 2 nights before having a drink up.
You get my point? I'm looking at Kevin Mitchell now and saying, guess what? Yes, he could win this fight. Linares is a tough ask for anyone. He's a very, very good fighter, a 3-time world champion at multiple weight classes. He's not no bum. You've got to be on point to win this fight. And I'm just like, guess what? Should I be excited about this, or should I just wait for the car crash?
Yeah, no, I understand your point, and I feel like that's what almost brings excitement to him.
Yeah.
People would probably watch him thinking what Kevin Mitchell was going to turn up. And I think Kevin Mitchell, in an interview I done with him recently, unfortunately I couldn't put it out because there was issues with technical issues, he did say, look, you know, I've got a wife and kids now. He knows he's not the 25-year-old anymore, spring chicken. Everything's getting tough for him now to do. He's in a gym sparring, young, hungry guys up and coming. Luke Campbell's in the gym sparring with him. Ricky Burns in there. Young O'Hara Davies is in there. So he's getting good sparring. He's in with a good team. And I feel like that's what's helping him. He's with a good team. And I feel like that good team is what's going to push him through.
Nightmares of past performances. You can only base fighters on what they've actually done in the ring. And for him to beat Linares, he needs a performance better than the Estrada win.
He does. One thing I did ask him, and I said to Kevin, like, this is not new to you. I mean, yeah, it's going to be the O2. We're talking to 20,000 people. We said, look, I thought, you know, at the Upton Park, 35,000. I thought at Wembley, 80,000. I thought on the undercard of Enzo Maccarinelli, David Hay, 15,000. You know, I've headlined my own shows. This is not new to him.
Yeah.
I think all that experience, plus the tough fights he's been in with the John Murray victory, maybe even the Ricky Burns loss, maybe the Casidas loss, he's got everything right now. It's made him. And I feel like, you're not, I said to him, this is probably going to be your last chance.
Yeah.
This is it. You know, you've had your 2-3 easy fights. You've had the Estrada fight, which is a good win. This is it now against Linares. Will you do it? He said, trust me, he's going to do it. And I genuinely believe he's going to do this.
Let's look at Linares quickly.
Yes.
Yeah. Not only is he a freeweight world champion.
Yeah.
Not only can he box and punch. Not only does he like to. When he fights long, yeah, he catches on the tip of his punches. He knows what he does. Kevin Mitchell, when he fought Estrada, seemed to out-hustle him.
Yeah.
Always to be on the front foot, always getting up first, always was in position to punch. With Linares not going to let him do that. Yeah, he's going to try to catch him, especially coming in. Do you see a tactical battle, or do you see a fight?
I think with both guys, it's strange. Kevin Mitchell is...
Sorry to cut you off. Both their losses, both come by KOs as well.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good cut-off. I accept that cut-off. That's a good point.
Yeah,
mate. I think both of these guys exactly the same in the sense that they see the red mist, forget boxing. Yeah. You know, they're both boxer punchers. We know that. You might as well take the first title out of it. Yeah. Both is going to go straight in and start punching. Look, they're both fantastic boxers. One thing I feel like we might see an edge is size. Yeah. Linares is a free world champion, but Kevin Mitchell's a very big lightweight. Yeah. And to the point where I think he could go to light welter. He's very big. There's a picture of him and Brooks at that presser. Yeah. There's not much difference in height or size. Yeah. You know, Kevin Mitchell's a big guy, so that might play a factor. Hometown advantage will definitely play a factor. But look, Kevin Mitchell cannot get the red mist as he does sometimes very quick. If he does and he gets behind him, he can get caught. Yeah. And he does go down. Kevin Mitchell does get tracked and go down. That's what I'm trying to say. So I guess it could be who lands first. Yeah. It honestly could be who lands first to dictate the momentum of the fight. Yeah.
Looking at this fight, honestly, I'm going to go with my heart more than my sense. Yeah. I'm going to go with Kevin Mitchell to win this fight.
Just by your heart, I know what you mean.
By stoppage, mid-rounds.
Wow, that's a statement.
By stoppage, mid-rounds. I think, like I said, for years, and we've spoken about it, like I said, before Boxtalk, before ever, we've spoken about this about Kevin Mitchell. We know how talented he is. Yeah. Ask anyone that knows boxing, we know how talented he is. But I think, like I said, he's made mistakes, self-admittedly. I think, like you said, Linares is a tough fighter, but like you said, it's his best opportunity. It's on home ground. It's his hometown, it's London.
Coming after that big win.
Coming after the big win. He's under high right now.
I'll tell you something, I know what you mean. Now, I think what we're both trying to say is that if Mitchell gets knocked out in the 4th or 5th round, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be, my God, because I'm not going to be, but I expect Mitchell to win as well, and I expect Mitchell to stop.
Okay, let's go with Selby Gradovich.
Fight of the night.
You think it's fight of the night?
I think it's fight of the night. I really do. I'm looking at all the fights on the card. Yeah. Kelbrook Gavin, I get what he was doing about the Kelbrook Gavin. Joshua thing is just hype, really. I think Gradovich Selby. I always like the light. 126 pounds, isn't it? Yeah. I like Selby's style. I'm watching Gradovich. I just think it's a fight that they could just clash. Yeah. They could clash, or they could just make a great matchup. And I think it's a good matchup.
I'm not sure if it's fight of the night. You know, when I look at Selby fights within himself.
Selby's a gangster.
No.
Selby is a gangster. Yeah. Big L music listening gangster. Yeah.
And he sits in the pocket, gets sort of smooth, relaxed, comfortable.
How smooth is Selby, by the way?
Really smooth.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, silky smooth.
He is silky smooth, isn't it? Yeah.
With Gradovich though, he's fighting the guy that's going to rush him. He's going to bump.
That's what I say.
And put it on him.
Yes.
And I would like to see Selby out of his comfort zone. I'm not saying I want to see a mean streak, but I want to see him finish the job.
So does Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
So does Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, not wait for, come on, I might just, and I think that's where the fight is win or loss for me. Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping. This is why I said fight of the night. That's what I believe in Selby have something a bit special. He might not get all the plaudits Josh Warrington gets or the Kell Brooks gets, but on that stable, he's the guy I look at and think, I like him. Yeah. There's something about him. Yeah. But we do need someone to push him to a level where let's see what else you've got, Selby. Have you got it when the going gets really, really tough? And I think we might have it here. Okay.
Talent, yes. Ability, yes. Substance is unknown.
Yes.
It's an unknown quantity. And I'm not saying he can't take a shot. I'm not saying he can't fight under pressure. But we don't know this. Yeah. And you won't know until you actually step it up. He fights so much within himself. You feel like you've been like a magic trick. Like, did he really win that fight going backwards? Did he really done that? And you can't really see what he actually done because it's all just too easy. Yeah. Is he that good?
If he's winning these fights, the way he's winning them recently, especially the Joe Bronco fight, which is supposed to be a tough fight again, then we have something a bit special.
That's what I'm trying to say, but you don't know.
You don't know. I don't know if Gradovich, yes, he has a title. I don't know if Gradovich is the person to show him that. You know, look, he's in a division which I think is probably the toughest in boxing right now. As you look at Lomachenko's in that division. Look who's in that division. Lomachenko's in there. Nicholas Waters, Santa Cruz is not moving around. He's in that division. Abner Mars is in that division. None of these are easy fights. You know what I mean? Nicholas Waters is the headhunter. Lomachenko's the guy that seems to be able to box anyone. And then you got likes of Santa Cruz and Abner Mars in there. It's a tough division. Gradovich, in most people's eyes, ain't even ranked in the top 10 in this division. That's a hard division it is right now. You know,
I'll give Gradovich top 10 ranking.
I'll just about give him it.
I'll give it, but it's still the best fighter by far Selby has fought.
Yes, no, by far. I thought Stephen Smith was. I mean, Stephen Smith won, and I thought Bronco was decent opposition as well.
Those are good fighters that is waiting to prove how good they are. Gradovich has proven that, look, I am a banger. I can come. I'm going to trade. He goes by that Mexican persona. You know what I mean? He wants to go in there. You know his style of fighting.
Got a draw in his last fight, though. You know,
he did get a draw in his last fight.
He won that fight, but he got a draw.
But you get my point, yeah. So the other guys he's fought, like Bronco, are good fighters, but they haven't proven that they could actually push the level. To be a world champion ain't easy. Regardless if you're throwing the belt, you still have to win it and hold it. Gradovich has done that. So that proves that's what I'm saying about you know what he's got. And that's what I'm saying, you know what he's got. Once you know what someone's got, you can kind of mark them and grade them. So we know Gradovich might not be the best fighter in the world, but we know he's a world champion. We know he could do this forever. Selby, I can't do that list. How do you call this fight?
I think Selby had a fight. I think maybe, I don't know. I think it was in Hull on the undercard of a Luke Campbell fight. I think and I think it was a tough fight. I think it went 12 rounds or 10 rounds. It was a very, very tough. I can't remember the guy's name. I'll try and look up the video again. I think for 4 or 5 rounds, it's going to be a very, very tough fight for Selby. It might be a gut-checking type fight because I think Gradovich, although not bigger in terms of height, is definitely built and strong and tough at the weight. And I think Selby hasn't fought anyone of that kind of size and stuff for a long time.
He's got to put it on him.
He's going to put him. Who is the champion? You know what I mean? He's going to look like I'm taking a backward step fighting you, Selby. You know, I thought guys your level, maybe even above. So I think for the first 4 or 5 rounds, it's going to be a tough fight. And then I expect Selby to go. Will Selby stop him? I don't think so. I think it'll go to a point to Selby and nick, and I mean it, nick a decision.
See,
it could go to a split where I expect the hometown fighter to get it.
See, I'm kind of leaning with you in that same decision. When you got a fighter that fights more on the back foot, kind of holds his ground a little bit, but you got a charging forward fighter. Judges like aggression. Judges like people that's making the fight and controlling the punches. Now the commentary team will have something totally different. They're going to say Gradovich is wild, and somebody's picking him off. But picking him, we're talking about scoring a fight.
When you say the commentary team, do you mean Jim what?
The commentary team. They're talking about scoring the fight, not picking shots. You can always pick who threw the best single shot in the fight, which will always be Selby. But we're talking about scoring, winning, controlling the center of the ring, effective aggression, ring generalship. Who's going to control those elements in the fight? And I could easily see Gradovich controlling 2 of those elements at least.
Selby's lost 1 fight, hasn't he? He's lost 1. I'm adamant he's lost 1 in his early back. I'd love to see that fight and see how he lost.
You get what I'm trying to say? I see how the judges will score the fight. Yes, it's a hometown. Selby's a hometown fighter, so you want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I want him to win this fight by actually winning, not by getting the benefit of the doubt. If someone gets the benefit of that in America or in Germany, we slate it. I don't want Selby to get this fight by the benefit of that. I want him to win this fight. And it's going to be a tough decision.
There you go, guys. So that's Kevin Mitchell versus Linares and Selby versus Gradovich. Good card.
Very good.
Some people have given this card stick and it makes me feel sick. What do they want? What do you guys want? How much? 3 world title fights, Kevin Johnson, and the undercard is deep as well. I mean, I can't argue. Come on, man. Come on, guys. We can't. You can't do it. You can't have everything.
Nah, exactly.
I mean, even Manny Pacquiao. Maybe we didn't have a great undercard. Jesus.
What undercard?
What?
Lomachenko was the.
I'm trying to cruise for a dustbin man, a dustbin deliverer. You know what I mean? You can't have everything. So there you go, guys. Ryan's going for 2 world title change, and I'm kind of with him. It will be 2. I think Selby will nick it, and Mitchell will also nick it in a tight one. But you never know. You never know. We could have just we could have Kell Brook just winning. That's it.
So tell you what, Zom. Before we cut it out, it'll be a great night for British boxing if they got the clean sweep. But Sod's Law.
One's gonna fuck up. One's gonna fuck up. Who's the one?
That's seriously Sod's Law. You're not gonna have a clean sweep.
Well, right now, if I had to say one's gonna fuck up, pardon my French, I feel Mitchell.
Yeah, same man.
I hope it's not. I really hope it's not. I really, as a West Ham man, local lad, I hope it's not. But if I choose one, be him. What do you guys think? If one messes up, who's your one? Selby, Mitchell, or Brook? Dare I say?
If Joshua.
Oh my God! We not expecting Joshua gets. Oh my!
No way.
Another video.
No way.
Peace.
No way.
Bye. Tweet.